Have you ever noticed how successful big brands like McDonald's and Starbucks and Apple, they always make sure that their logo is incorporated into their marketing? Shouldn't we be doing the same thing? On today's episode of the Digital Orthodontist, I'm going to show you how to watermark photos. I'm going to show you a way that's very cheap and that's very easy and that everyone in your office would be able to do. So why should you watermark your photos? Well, just like I said in the opening, I think that all great brands do this. They incorporate their logo so that when you see an ad by them, you know who it's coming from. In the same way, when on Facebook your photos come across someone's timeline, having your logo subtly present on that photo is going to make a big difference. They're going to know who it's coming from, and it brands your office in a strong way. And so if you can do that very easily, I would argue that you should be doing it. And I would argue also that every piece of content that leaves your office onto the internet should be branded with your logo. It's a very easy thing to do. We use an app that's called Watermark Pro. It costs $4 in the App Store. You can use things like Lightroom, which cost a lot more, that if you're doing a bunch of photos at a time, maybe it makes more sense. But for what most orthodontists do, you do a single photo at a time. Watermark Pro is perfectly fine. So what you need to make that work, you need three things. First thing you need is you need your photo that's pre-edited. The second thing you need is you need your logo in a transparent PNG format. So if you think about JPEGs and GIFs and PDFs, those are just file formats, and one of those, it's a little bit lesser known, is a PNG file. You need it with a transparent background so that when you overlay your image onto a photo, it's not going to show the background, so it's going to look transparent. We'll show you what we mean here in just a second. And then you need about 30 seconds to watermark the photo. It's not very hard. So we're going to go to the phone. I'm going to walk you through this short process. It takes about 2 minutes, and then you'll be able to watermark your photos. So this is the app that I use. This is called Watermark Pro. It's about $4 in the App Store, and so you just open it up, and what you will see is you have a few different options here. So we have the option to open a photo there at the lower left-hand corner. You can select the photo. I've already pre-edited it using some editing software that I use. That'll be a future episode, I promise. And what you'll see is it'll default to adding a little logo on the bottom. Now, the way that it's done that for me is that I've already imported it. Now, the first time you use this, you're going to have to create a watermark for yourself. And so at the very top, create new watermark, and you're going to click that third option that's bitmap graphic. You do not have to be a graphic designer or expert in all this to understand this. All you need to do is find the graphic designer who created your logo for you and tell them that you need a transparent PNG of your logo. Ideally, I think you get a monochrome version, so like an all-white version, maybe with a drop shadow, and then maybe try some other ones with the color of your logo if you have color in your logo. A couple of those. Get a few variations so you'll have some options, and then you'll import them there. It's very easy to do. You just find the images in your photo library and just pop them in. So if you don't have them on your phone, email them to yourself, save them into your photo library, and then import them there. Every person who uses iWatermark in your office will need these watermarks and these photos in their library and into their app. And so again, a transparent PNG. All right, so once that's done, you'll have, you can see here I have a series of different logos for my church class. I've got a 3M one in there, I've got Saddle Creek, and I've got Neon Canvas. And so I will select the one there that's the colored Neon Canvas logo. You can see that I can change the size, and so I can make it really big, which doesn't look good, or I can make it smaller. I like to usually keep it kind of small and subtle. You can also change the opacity, and so you can make it where it kind of fades out. I like to keep it at 100% opacity. You can even do some other things. You can angle it, things like that. I just keep it pretty simple. And so the next goal is kind of an artistic choice. Is where do I want to put this? That's a pretty good spot right there. You can put it in really any corner that you want. Typically, the darker the corner, the more it's going to stand out. And so we're going to pick this lower left-hand corner, and that's where we're going to put it. And once you're done, once you've got it where you want it to go, this button right here, you're going to click that, and you're going to hit Save Image. And so it's going to watermark the photo. It's going to say watermarking complete. Just say done watermarking, and then you're done. So that photo will be now in your photo library, and so from there you can take it, and I'll even show you that, and then you can send it. Usually what I'll do is I'll email it to myself, or I'll just upload it directly from my mobile device onto Facebook. So very, very easy. It's something you can do, as you can see, in about a minute or so. So hopefully you see now how easy it is to watermark your photos, and so there's really, I think, no excuse not to do it. It takes you 30 seconds. Now that you have the tools to be able to do that, every photo that you put out should have your logo on it, and hopefully your brand starts to get out into your audience better and better. So if you have any questions, you quite misunderstood some of the things we're talking about, reach out to us. You can find us on social media, Neon Canvas, or you can message me directly. And from all of us here at the Digital Orthodontist, I'm Dr. Kyle Fagala, signing off.